Welcome to another edition of the CEO's Blog, the first one for 2018. And John, it's been a busy few days. There's been a few Carnival of Cups meetings, starting with Maitland on the 30th, where they had the 55th Intercity Pace.
As usual, Amanda, yes, the Intercity Pace was a great race. Fantastic finish. Took the judge a little while to separate the Hewitt family from first and second, but to Brad, our triple play, a great win. It's a great meeting. It's a real community meeting. The crowd was very strong, and that's what Carnival of Cups is all about, attracting crowds to these race meetings.
Well, from Maitland, then we went to Parkes on New Year's Eve, and the track was alight there.
It certainly was alight in the Langlands Hanlon Sprint, and our Uncle Sam for Chris Frisbee, a great win, 155.3 I think that horse went. It was a good night for the Frisbees. They got a double, but once again a good crowd, and it's the right time of the year. There's a lot of people home, holiday makers, back in those country areas that return home for Christmas and enjoy harness racing at its very best.
You grew up in Parkes. Did you ever think you'd see a horse go 155 around that track?
I dreamed about it, but I didn't ever have a horse that could go that quick. But no, it's about how the horses are developing. The breed is much better. The training methods are not a lot better. The tracks are improving, but we also saw track records at Albury and Leeton over the period. So it's about the professionalism of the trainers and the ability of the horses, and we're breeding a much better type of horse here in New South Wales.
Okay, well, let's keep talking about the Tab Carnival of Cups. So after New Year's Eve at Parkes, then it was Leeton on New Year's night. Day, night.
Day, night, New Year's Day, night, yes, it's like Cath Day, night, and Kell. But still, for those people who watch that hilarious show on the ABC, but getting back to harness racing rather, Amanda, yeah, good meeting again. Got to remember that the focus of the Leeton Harness Racing Club, whilst it is on the Tab Carnival Cups, is also on the Breeders' Plate, which is now on Australia Day, but still a good crowd in attendance. Domination by Laura Crossland across the meeting, so it was a great meeting. Johnny Star Racing, Courtney Rees, one of our correspondents, or our radio correspondents, wasn't available. She's in Europe at the moment, but her father was more than excited about getting the double with David Urell. David, he's pursuing me. He'd like to drive on the new track at Wagga. He thought he might never see it, but when we were down there, work is certainly progressing in with Wagga, and we will see a racetrack there this year, and we'll be racing on it.
Yeah, so there is machinery on the site.
Machinery's on the site. All the topsoil's been cleaned off. What is a large paddock when you sit back and look at it. So now the Ladex, the construction company we've engaged, will be right into it from now on.
Okay, let's go back to Laura Crossland. She won the Crichton Park Lady Drivers Invitational race at Leeton on that Carnival of Cups meeting.
And that was a great race. The ladies, they love driving, and there's a series of them around New South Wales, are supported by Crichton Park, and it's interesting to see what they do. But to help ovarian cancer, Leeton doesn't actually conduct meetings during the period where we have the teal pants, so they put on a special promotion there. The crowd donated money. The club doubled that money. Rod Smith, Crichton Park, Rod and Julie, doubled that money again, and Rod then threw his other hat on as the chairman of Harness Racing New South Wales, and we've doubled the donations again. End result, $4,000, really kicks off our ovarian cancer, our teal pants promotion, which starts in February.
Yeah, February 1, and we'll soon announce some ambassadors for that.
Yeah, and the girls, the ladies, have really supported this over the years. It's great to be able to say New South Wales, whilst we have Johnny-come-latelys to a certain extent, have been able to make a considerable contribution to the teal pants and the ovarian cancer research. We really thank Tabcorp for their support that they give to this noble cause as well.
Okay. All right, and you have an update on Mitchell Rees.
Yeah, Mitch, I spoke to him this morning. He's champing at the bit to get back racing. We only need his medical clearances, and he'll be back on the track and continuing on the great success he was having towards the end of 2017. In respect of the report into his fall and what occurred, the operational issues that occurred after that, that's been completed now. Harness Racing New South Wales is certainly satisfied with what the outcomes are. But as always, in association with the medical providers, with the clubs and with our staff, we'll endeavour to deliver, or we will deliver, best practices, and we'll work with clubs and those providers to make sure that what is there for the trainers and drivers, or particularly the drivers on the track, is of best practice.
Okay. Have you got anything else for this first edition of the CEO's blog for 2018?
Certainly, as I was out and about with the Carnival Cups, and I must mention our chairman, Rod Smith. He was at Maitland on the Saturday night. He went to Albury on the Sunday night for their big fireworks meeting. And I must mention that a large crowd, a very large crowd there, the best they've seen for a few years, attended the New Year's Eve meeting at Albury. Rod then went on to Leeton. He was at Menangle yesterday, and he'll be at Bathurst tonight. So he's certainly putting some miles into fulfilling his duties, and more so as the chairman. But one of the interesting requests that came to me whilst I was in Leeton was from Trevor, the man in the ice cream van, who wanted to know, am I just talking to the camera, or am I talking to you? So for Trevor, this is what Amanda appears like. Very attractive. She will be looking for her free ice cream at Temora.
I will be.
And talking about Temora, also a great 10-race program this week leads into their TAB Carnival Cups meeting, and they're an award winner, a dual award winner over the last couple of years, Temora. So Jane Walker and John New and the team down there certainly put on a great race meeting, and I encourage everybody to go to these meetings. When the weather's good and the opportunity's there, everybody should take it. So for the first of 2018, this is the CEO's blog, and over and out, Amanda.